How I gave birth in Canada with no insurance. So let's talk about it. So while I'm here doing this, let me tell you one of the most stressful, most expensive, and honestly, most unforgettable chapters of my life. How did I give birth in Canada with no health card, no insurance, and no idea what I was getting myself into? I arrived here in Canada in July 2024 on a visitor visa. Fresh off the plane, new country, new life, and then 1 month later, I found out that I was pregnant. And just like that, everything got so much harder. Here's what people don't tell you about being pregnant in Canada without a health card. You can't just walk into any clinic. Most of them will turn you away the moment they find out you don't have coverage. I had to do our research, call hospitals one by one, ask, will you accept me? Will you see me? Just to find someone who would. Every prenatal checkup out of pocket, every ultrasound out of pocket, every blood test, every follow-up, every time I needed to make sure my baby was okay, out of pocket. And on top of that, we weren't even living near the hospital. Every single appointment was a long drive. Me, my husband, my bump on the road, every time. It was exhausting, but I kept going. Because what else do you do, right? You just keep going. Then came the day my contractions started, regular, painful, relentless. We made that long drive to the hospital. They checked me 3 centimeters. Not ready yet, they said. Go home. So we drove back, and that night it got worse. We came back the next day, and this time there was no going home. I want to say the nurses and the doctors, they were incredible. Kind, supportive, patient. In that room, I didn't feel like a visitor. I felt taken care of. But then, right in the middle of pushing, something happened that I will never forget. The nurses started saying, oh wow, there's so much hair. Why is there so much hair? And I'm there, mid-push, thinking, what? What do you mean so much hair? My Canadian husband is standing right there, and I, while pushing with everything I had, was literally praying, Lord, please, don't let my baby look like a monkey. And then she came out, and she was perfect. Full head of thick, dark, beautiful hair. The most Filipino baby you have ever seen in your entire life. I cried not just because of the pain, but because of after everything. The clinics that said no, the drives, the bills, the fear of doing this without a safety net. She was here. She was healthy. So let's talk about the total cost. The total cost of having a baby in Canada without insurance. Oh my gosh. 12,000 Canadian dollars. And that's not even the most expensive it can get, because it varies by province. Some provinces will cost you even more than that. $12,000 with no health card, no coverage, just us figuring it out. Because that little girl with all that hair, she was worth every single dollar. Every drive, every contraction, every prayer, mid-push. And if you're going through something similar, navigating pregnancy, navigating a new country, figuring it out with no roadmap, you're not alone. I see you. And I promise it's worth it.